Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Independent Brokerage. This is Howard Flashen, the broker and owner of Roundtable Realty.
And I'm Erin Salem, the Director of Marketing Director for Roundtable Realty. That's two directors.
Yeah. So in this episode, we have a couple things I want to spring on you.
Great.
And talk to you
I
about.
never know what the topics are going to be.
That's part of the thing.
Which is great because I know nothing about real estate.
But did you know that last week I actually did some modeling? Yes.
Tell me more.
Okay. Dillards was the sponsor of the Women's Council of Realtors. At the Alhambra, they did a modeling event. I think I look halfway decent. I clean up. And
so you modeled in their show?
I did. Yep. I modeled in their show.
Was there a runway? Like, did you
that's
do
what I'm
your
saying.
little turn on the catwalk?
I did. I had directions. I had to walk to certain spots. I'm just saying, the point of the story is that I really felt a lot of anxiety walking out there.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
No, it was terrible. I got hot sweats. It was sweaty,
Really?
Yeah, it was
What do you think's different about that and, doing something like this?
I don't know. It was awkward. There was money on the stage.
Wait.
What?
What kind of event was this?
It was the theme. Had to do with
money?
rainmakers or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel a little better.
Yeah. Why?
Interesting. Well, good for you. Well, because usually when there's money on the stage, that suggests that it's been in someone's thong.
Well, I can tell you whose it was not.
Okay.
All right.
Fair.
So, what do you think is the riskiest job in the country? The stats of the country. So, what do you think is the riskiest, most dangerous job?
Garbage man?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking about all the things that could hurt them in the bags that they might not be able to see.
So it doesn't kill them instantly, but 6 months
Down
later
the road.
they're at the hospital. No.
The riskiest.
You get one more guess.
Okay. How about
the theme of what we do here? The riskiest job. Yeah.
Riskiest?
Yeah.
Real estate agents?
No.
Oh.
Loggers.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Loggers. But
those are the guys that climb the trees and cut them down a little at a time. Okay, yeah.
And then fishermen.
Really?
Yeah, that's a very dangerous job.
I've seen those shows.
Yeah, but here's the thing I wanted to point out. If I told you that you were going to meet a stranger that you'd never met before, someone potentially you met off the internet, in an empty home somewhere, just you and them.
Yeah.
Potentially, at night or, some other time, and you're going to walk them through this house, just you and them, would that sound dangerous to you?
Yeah, I see where you're going.
Yeah, that's dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what realtors do every day.
Yeah.
So the point of this is September is Realtor Safety Awareness Month.
Oh, I didn't know.
It is.
Okay.
And so it's just one of those things that I think a lot of realtors get complacent about.
Right.
They're just used to the new day and age of meeting people
off
the internet, and they forget to do simple things like collecting driver's license, buddying up, letting people know where they're going. You want to know a secret?
Yeah.
You can look up a lot of information about somebody on the internet.
Well, yeah, I knew that.
Oh, okay. So Pipl.com, Pipl.com.
Pipl?
Yep.
Okay.
You can plug in someone's phone number, email address, and find a ton of stuff about them.
And then I know we do, here at the brokerage, we do a lot of safety training, just in terms of how to physically, hold yourself in comparison to the stranger you're walking through the home, or, what tools that you can have on you, ways that, you can hold your keys and things like that, just to keep yourself safe.
The most important tip that I could pass along right now, and I think everyone would agree, is get your head out of your phone.
Right. Situational awareness.
That's right. Situational awareness.
Yeah.
You have to. We had a class with a police officer who came in. He's been doing this a very long time, and one of the things he pointed out was that so many people out there are walking through parking lots with their heads in their phone.
Right.
And realtors are doing the same thing. Now, a lot of times we're on our phone doing work.
Right.
Where are we going? What time is it? That sort of thing. We have got to be more aware.
Absolutely. Just keeping your head up. I mean, a predator sees you and you've got your head down, or you're not paying attention. They can tell. You don't know what's coming. You're far more likely to be a victim than somebody.
The lion is looking for the antelope with its head down in a phone.
Right. In a phone. Yeah, that's a great visual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know that in the state of Florida, a seller must disclose all latent defects not readily observable,
Uh-huh.
that materially affect the value of the home. Must.
Must.
That's
It's
a law. It's a law.
So they can't say, or let's say in my house, if I knew that there was a leak in the wall
Mm-hmm.
and wasn't actively affecting anything right now, but I knew it was there,
Yeah.
but nobody else could see it,
Yeah.
it's illegal for me to not say anything to potential buyers.
That's right. You could be held liable for that.
So after the sale is finished, if that buyer were to find,
So let's say they're talking to the neighbor.
oh, and the neighbor says, hey, do you know about that leak?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what happens? Can they then come back to the seller even after the contract is complete and say,
Sure. Well, I mean, anyone can sue anyone. So what happens
That's true.
is emails start going around, and
Mm-hmm.
and people start accusing people of lots of different things. But I'm going to throw you the curveball now. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. This is the thing that you probably didn't know this.
I don't know any of it, but keep going.
Okay. The realtor knows about, and the seller decides to get spongy, as we like to say, squishy.
Squishy.
Yeah, the seller,
Okay.
and they're not going to tell anyone about this leak.
Oh.
The agent representing the seller has to disclose that material defect.
The agent does.
The agent, the realtor, has to disclose
So is the
it.
agent just as liable as the seller?
Well, that's going to be
Could they-
determined by court, right? But here's the thing. The realtor is obligated to disclose it by license law. They have to.
Wow.
Yeah.
So as a realtor, if you know something's wrong with the house and the seller's not willing to say anything, you have to.
If it's a latent defect not readily observable, you
Okay.
have to.
Okay. That's fascinating.
Isn't it?
So I wonder how many times it happens that a seller will say, oh, well, just don't tell anybody about that leak. Ixnay on the icle.
Yeah, I don't know, but they better not.
Yeah, because it's illegal.
It's illegal.
I had no idea.
Yep.
That's very interesting. Now, quick question though, because here at Roundtable, we encourage our agents to work under the heading of single agency.
That's right.
Is it the same for transaction brokers? Are they also legally required to inform forthcoming buyers that there is a latent defect in the home if the seller doesn't do it?
Well, that's a great question.
And you don't know the answer?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
They do. So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It makes no difference. If it's a material defect,
Yeah.
okay, latent material defect,
Yeah.
not readily observable to parties, you have to disclose it.
You
Period.
have to.
Have to.
Transaction broker or single agent doesn't
Makes no
matter.
difference.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to
There you
know.
go. There you go. I thought that would be interesting for you.
That's really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have another interesting for you.
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard of the movie The Room?
Mm-hmm.
And have you heard of the movie The Disaster Artist? Which
Yes.
was made based on. Did it win an award?
Yes.
What award?
Big one.
God, that's terrible.
It-
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I watched it last night.
I
Holy
Now, what's
smokes.
funny is if you watch The Disaster Artist first, The Room is way funnier. But it just goes to show you that,
Follow your dream?
yeah,
Oh.
pretty much, the talent isn't really a prerequisite for success in Hollywood. It was bizarre.
brutal.
The whole thing's very bizarre because they never found out, what's his name?
I don't know.
The gentleman who directed The Room and then was in
The Disaster.
The Disaster Artist. They never determined where his money came from because he spent millions of dollars producing The Room.
No.
If you guys haven't seen this movie, I would
Don't.
suggest. Well, I think James Franco does an incredible job.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. And I think it took getting through The Disaster Artist and then beginning to watch The Room that I started
Do you
understanding.
watch The Room in parts because you just can't take it all?
Yeah,
at once?
you fast forward
Ugh.
through a lot of it. But it's a very bizarre story, but it's a cult classic now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would
And
not
anyone can do that.
anyone can do
Anyone.
it. I would not suggest that you have The Room or The Disaster Artist playing in the background of any of your open houses.
That's a good call.
Thank you.
That is a really
I
good,
may not know real estate, but I know that.
That's a good call.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Independent Brokerage with Roundtable Realty.
Yep.
I'm Howard Flashen.
I'm Erin Salem, and we'll see you next week.